Good day, friends. Second part of religious deceptions when guilt became a virtue. A bit subject that doesn't have any sense for a very religious people, because they were so indoctrinated that they think a virtue is for them an obligation to feel guilty. A virtue for religious fanatics is to wear burqa without even questioning how diminishing is for their own well-being. Virtue for religious people is to kill the animal and sacrifice it, pretending that they are actually enjoying a fresh kill on the table for the Christmas time or forever, the times where they have to eat meat. Another one is virtue is to pretending that you are fasting and you removing some toxins that you accumulating through all the year, and then for 20-30 days of Ramadan you will get clean. Yet this was not presented as absolute diminishment of human spirit, but actually as a virtue. So you are so virtuous by going into fasting. To do what? To after 30 days, after the Ramadan is finished, you continue even worse that you've done last year. So who's pretentious there? Who's actually acting against the God will? Who's actually acting against your own free will to choose whatever you like if you're not hurting anybody else, including animals, including planet, and including yourself? So when you're hurting yourself by very stupid and irresponsible actions, you're actually hurting your relationship with God. So let's swipe under the carpet all this garbage that churches, religions were teaching us. Of course, I'm joking. We'll not swipe anything under the carpet because we will expose it. Why only males could be a virtuous priests in Catholic Church? You tell me. Why? Because what? They grow beard and they having a penis who are not using properly or not using it at all? Is this the virtuous behavior that God tells us to do? Or maybe God created man and a woman to love each other and to exchange each other in their own hands. Maybe God created a woman and a man to be absolutely equal. Not identical, but equal. So if man wanna wear a skirt, he can, but if woman wanna wear pants and go into church and give a sermon, why not? So where is the virtue of equality? Where is the virtue of truly telling the truth, no matter what? No matter all doctrines that was in the religious books, who are nothing else but traditional lies of old people's opinions. This is just an opinion of some freaks who lived 2,000 years ago, and we take it as a law. Roman law came from Roman times. First, second century, we're still behaving like a total lunatics, allowing everybody and anybody who has no moral right to judge everybody else. I'm applying this to the judges, advocates, and whoever finished this Roman bar. What Denise discovered was even funniest of all, that whoever of these barred people, advocates, lawyers, judges, They are not citizens of their own country. Is this the virtuous behavior of somebody who's supposed to judge you based on your misdeeds and your own wrongdoings? It would be maybe very, I think, rightful that you judge yourself. It would be very, very righteous that you, based on your high standards and high morals, you judge yourself if you do some kind of misdemeanor, if you do some kind of, let's say, wrongdoings to yourself and to others. But if you did a driving infraction, okay, you went through the red sign, nobody get hurt, would you have to end up in jail? Or you will be highly moral and virtuous to say, I will not do this anymore. Or if I ever drink, I will never sit in the car, because I'm impeding on other people's lives. But if you're egocentric and if you're ego-driven, you will say, oh, the law says I have a 1.2 per mil in my blood and I'll be okay. Yet you had like a half a bottle of cognac and you're pretending that you're so capable. No, your ego is pretending. And ego actually wants you to hurt others, pretending that you're so virtuous. And this is where church, having a biggest deception and scam over the humanity. And I'm not talking Christian religion, Vatican only. No, Muslim as well. What is all this pretentious behavior? No, we don't drink. Sure. You ever spend time with some so-called Muslims? They don't drink, but they do drugs. And they abuse women. Just as normal as like good morning to some. So where is the end of this hypocrisy? Of this religious dirtiness, the religious doctrine of dirt, that it's cherishing the worst behaviors in humans. So, based on guilt. Doctrines of church is based on guilt. So, let's say, I'll go back to the mosquito story. When terrorist mosquito comes into your house and is buzzing around, do you wage a war against this terrorist? Do you go into an Amazon bushes and jungle and start exterminating all the trees because they're carrying the mosquitoes? Or you just keep your own cool and wait until a mosquito comes to your skin, let's say your home, and it bites you and it starts sucking. Then what do you do? What a common man who has very low threshold of pain, what do you do? Bam! Smacks the mosquito. What? He's anti-Muslim or anti-terrorist? He's not equal to all the animals? Of course, you are right to kill every single who's infringing your house, who's sucking a blood from you. Okay? So consider this. Find who's sucking your blood and just smack him. Remove him off your skin. I'm talking in literal and allegorical terms. Remove them and they will have to stop sucking you. Because otherwise you will be dying much faster than you usually would. And this is all this kind of preschooling that I'm doing here for many of us, that you could live much, much longer, even indefinite if you choose to. But you have to find what is the true virtue that you carry. What is the universal virtue of existence. Is it guilt, as church promoting, or is it something different? So anyway, that should be good for now.